Hi guys, LC Fifa here, and welcome to this 92 rated Prime Icon Moments Edwin van der Sar play review. So as you can see on screen, this is the team I started him in. We've got Van der Sar in goal, Coleman, Varane, Sanchez and Cornet in defence, Jones, Rice and Eriksen in midfield, with Mane, Sanchez and Bowen in attack. Van der Sar's 6'6", is right-footed and has a 1-star skill moves and a 3-star weak foot. Looking at some of his stats, he's got 88 diving, 93 handling, 83 kicking, 91 reflexes, 42 speed, which is broken down to 42 acceleration and 41 sprint speed, and finally 96 positioning. I did use him with both the cat and basic chemistry styles and didn't really notice too much of a difference between the two of them, so if you do end up using this card, I'd try all of them out and see which one works best for you. Moving on to his traits, he's got the goalkeeper long throw, team player and comes to crosses. Lastly onto his icon profile, and he received this moments card for setting the record in the Premier League for most minutes played without conceding. This Icon Moments Van der Sar has received a +3 boost in his diving category compared to his prime version, taking him from 85 diving to 88. This stat for me is where I noticed the biggest improvement when compared to his low rated versions, as he seemed to make a few more diving saves compared to those cards. I think this is because whilst using him, I saw Van der Sar perform types of animations I haven't seen him use before, such as saving shots with his feet. With him being 6'6", height really isn't an issue, and it's part of the reason why he's always a favourite in goal each FIFA for both casuals and pro players. His height combined with his diving gives him great coverage of the overall goal, and his larger frame makes it difficult for your opponent to slot the ball past him. Having a goalkeeper of Van der Sar's height mixed with such high reflexes makes him a good option for those important saves inside the box. I will say that I didn't think his reflexes are as good as Icon Moments Yashin or Casillas, but I was expecting that as their base stats are naturally higher than this card's. However, if you're comparing him to taller goalkeepers in the game, like Donnarumma and Mendy, he's definitely one of the best at making quick reaction saves. The benefit Van der Sar has is that because he's so tall, when it comes to making reflex saves, he can just throw his body behind the ball to block it, and this is something he did very successfully for me. Similar to his diving, his handling has received a +3 boost compared to his prime icon card. I did notice an improvement too, however, it still wasn't as good as I was expecting it to be. This is the same issue I had with his prime icon card. For someone with a stat of 93, you'd expect him to catch more shots than he did, especially against shots that don't actually require him to physically dive. He doesn't always clear the ball away from danger either, so although I didn't concede any rebound goals whilst using him myself, it's something to be aware of. Another issue I had with his handling was that he sometimes punched crosses away, when really he easily could have caught the ball instead. This is usually something you see on goalkeepers with low rated handling, so I'm not too sure why Van der Sar did this for me. 42 speed at this point in FIFA is pretty slow for a goalkeeper, and there's plenty of other options with much higher speed than this card. However, unlike his prime card, I didn't notice it impacting him in game too much. He's not the type of goalkeeper you'd want to be consistently running out of goal with, especially if you're bringing him out to the penalty spot or further. But over shorter distances, I didn't have any issues with his speed. When it came to crosses and corners, he did also manage to reach the ball in good time, so this wasn't an issue either. He does have the comes to crosses trait though, so that's probably helped in this area. Van der Sar does have the goalkeeper long throw trait, which is ideal for a goalkeeper to have, as it allows him to quickly and accurately throw the ball out close to the halfway line. His kicking for me was a bit average. It has a decent enough power behind it, which for me is the most important thing, but over longer distances, his kicking accuracy does become a little bit inconsistent. His positioning on the whole was good for me, but there is a slight issue I noticed with him, and it's the same problem I had with his prime icon version. Sometimes when the attacker is facing the goal at an angle, Van der Sar would favour the near post, which leaves a little bit too much room across from goal. One goal specifically I conceded was because of this error, and it was from Darmian, a fullback, with very average shooting stats. Although it was a decent finish, Van der Sar managed to get a hand to the ball, but unfortunately he couldn't stop it from going in. Had he been stood in what I would call the correct position, a yard to the side, he probably would have saved the shot in my opinion. However, this type of situation only really happens once every few games, and apart from this issue, his positioning is pretty flawless. So overall, I'm going to give this 92 Edwin van der Sar a 9.1 out of 10. I think he's a very good goalkeeper that you could probably use all the way to the end of FIFA, and considering he's in the icon swaps now as well for such a low amount of tokens, it's worth considering if you have some left over. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. And to request any future content, please leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll be sure to reply.